Good day everyone, this is Rowlyn Alcibalius and welcome to my channel. So for today's video, we will going to tackle about a step-by-step guide to teaching students to work in groups. This is a strategy for giving students explicit feedback on group interactions, promotes participation and collaboration. Collaborative learning allows students to solve problems, construct explanations, critique other students' reasoning, and engage in rich academic discourse. But as teachers, we all know how difficult it is to get students to communicate and collaborate. The group feedback strategy can help students learn effective group-level behaviors and understand the interactions you expect. It promotes student participation, collaboration, and equity. Teachers take public notes while students work in groups. This strategy works for assessments, labs, literature circles, and study groups. You can use this strategy for large or small tasks and remind students of these expectations whenever they work in groups. Here are some ideas for using it in your classroom. First is pre-planning. Before starting a task, make sure that students understand your expectations. Give them a list of expected group norms ahead of time. You may want students to ask and answer clarifying questions, share ideas with team members, justify reasoning, and critique and question the reasoning behind team members' perspectives. During team tests, for example, I want to see students explaining ideas and strategies to one another, leaning in and looking at each other's work, asking questions, respectfully disagreeing with teammates, and working on the same problems at the same time, so that various suggestions and strategies can be shared and discussed. I do not want to see students working on problems individually, copying answers from others without understanding the work, or having lengthy off-task conversations. Second is implementation. During implementation, display your student feedback to drive student actions. This way, students understand the implications of their actions and words as they work. Feedback can take many forms: typing on a document table while projecting it, typing on a designated slide or in the speaker notes section, while students collaborate on a virtual assignment, or writing feedback on posters around the room are just a few suggestions. Use color coding, plus or minus signs, and a dynamic grade to help students distinguish between positive and negative feedback. Consider the group's work and their discussions. Highlight the positive interactions you witnessed and explain why they are positive as well as who was involved. Recognize students for their valuable contributions, such as clarifying questions or providing a small idea that sparks further discussion. I publicly acknowledge it when a quiet student mentioned a box that helped his teammates remember the area model tool. It communicated to the entire group that his comment was valuable and raised the student's standing within the group and in the classroom. Keep negative remarks to a minimum to highlight and reinforce positive actions. I like to include neutral comments for random things I hear or noticed. It's a fun way to connect with students while also letting them know you're paying attention. Encourage students to read the comments you provide to their own and other groups for more ideas on how to interact positively. Keep a list of sentence frames or sample feedback handy if you worry about running out of comments. Last is debriefing and grading. Share your feedback with the entire class. Allow them time to read through each group's comments. I also recommend holding a class debriefing discussion the first few times you use this strategy to acclimate the students. During this 5-minute discussion, I usually highlight a positive team point, or ask students to share one they will try next time. Some teachers prefer to give grades while others prefer to give feedback. I think it's important for teachers to hold students accountable for their collaboration, and I've had more success when group feedback is graded. One idea is to weigh the group task collaboration score equally with the academic work completed. I recommend implementing this strategy semi-regularly, even once every few months. You will have a long-term impact on how students collaborate in your classroom.